Welcome to Golden Farmhouse Tales, where timeless classic American farmhouse style comes to life. In today's video, we'll explore vintage-inspired spaces filled with warmth, texture, and rustic elegance. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments to join our growing farmhouse-loving community. Soft morning light spills into a farmhouse kitchen, glimmering on oak floors and highlighting a sage green hutch filled with cream stoneware and brass-lidded glass jars. Rattan pendants cast warm shadows over a reclaimed pine island, where natural linens and greenery create timeless charm in a cinematic composition. Weathered barn doors glide open into a bright entryway lined with shiplap walls. A walnut console, styled with ironstone pitchers and brass candlesticks, rests beneath a round wood-framed mirror. Sunlight pours through mullioned windows, touching the jute rug below and giving warmth to every rustic detail in refined harmony. In the dining room, a reclaimed farmhouse table stands beneath an iron chandelier, glowing softly against alabaster walls. Ladderback chairs surround linen runners and stone urns filled with hydrangeas. Sheer curtains filter sunlight, creating balance between delicate textures and rustic patina, captured with symmetry and timeless elegance in every frame. A whitewashed brick wall becomes backdrop to a linen sofa adorned with striped throws and floral pillows. A reclaimed oak coffee table carries vintage books, mercury glass, and carved wood bowls. An antique clock leans gracefully nearby, while daylight filters through tall windows, casting warmth across every rustic surface. quiet nook reveals a wingback chair in denim linen beside a bleached pine side table topped with ceramic lamp and leather-bound volumes. Behind, an arched window frame reflects filtered sunlight. Patterned woven rugs layer beneath, creating intimacy and serenity within a composition that feels both grounded and airy. A farmhouse conservatory glows with whitewashed wicker chairs encircling an iron bistro table crowned by marble. Antique terracotta urns overflow with trailing vines, spilling from rustic shelving. Clay-toned floor tiles gleam under daylight, their worn textures captured in crisp contrast, blending garden vitality with vintage patina in timeless harmony. In a grand kitchen, a vintage butcher's block commands attention, its surface marked by history yet glowing beneath pendant light. Cream subway tiles frame a cast iron stove while exposed beams anchor the scene. Open shelving displays enamelware and copper pans, reflecting streams of sunlight that highlight craftsmanship and heritage. A farmhouse hallway stretches long, its sightline framed with arches and softened by antique lantern sconces. A Persian runner in muted rust and indigo lies underfoot, while narrow consoles display sculpted ceramic vessels. Gentle light scatters across woven textures, guiding the gaze deeper into this inviting architectural passageway of charm. In the bedroom, an iron canopy bed dressed in white linens and pastel quilts becomes centerpiece. A distressed bench at its foot holds woven baskets brimming with vintage textiles. Arched windows spill daylight across exposed beams above, while a chandelier of aged wood and metal anchors the rustic romance. A clawfoot tub painted sage rests near shuttered windows in a serene bathroom. Wainscoted walls glow in creamy white, accented with brass fixtures softened by patina. A repurposed ladder holds linen towels, while encaustic tiles patterned beneath add grounding texture. The retreat feels both rustic and refined, timelessly cinematic. A light-filled sunroom frames caneback chairs surrounding a trestle table topped with earthenware vases of dried lavender. Tall glass panes welcome reflections onto terracotta tiles, their tones shifting with daylight. Vintage shutters lean casually against soft walls, enriching the space with layered rustic textures and countryside serenity, delicately photographed. A farmhouse pantry glows with shelves of mason jars filled with grains and herbs, neatly arranged beside wicker baskets and folded linens. An antique scale rests on marble, while soft cream walls reflect daylight through a tiny window above. Glass, wood, and wicker interplay to create rustic abundance. In a rustic parlor, a fireplace framed with reclaimed brick supports a wooden mantel styled with candlesticks and botanical prints. Slip-covered armchairs in flax linen flank the hearth, joined by a leather ottoman resting on a faded Persian rug. Exposed beams overhead lend architectural depth to this cozy, timeless retreat. A garden patio unfolds with wrought iron seating softened by floral cushions. A stone bird bath rises nearby, surrounded by terracotta pots filled with rosemary and thyme. Cobblestones glow in late light, while string lights overhead promise charm by evening. The composition captures rustic outdoor living at its most inviting. The farmhouse laundry glimmers with enamel buckets, galvanized tubs, and an antique washboard displayed as art. Open shelves hold stacks of linen towels, their muted hues enriched by daylight through a small window. A weathered wooden bench beneath iron hooks adds charm, turning everyday utility into graceful vintage design. A rustic attic offers sloped ceilings and beams above walls lined with reclaimed shiplap. Warm sconces glow against faded landscapes hung casually. A trunk sits at the foot of a quilted bed, while layered rugs define the worn floorboards. Sunlight filters softly, giving the retreat nostalgic serenity and charm. A kitchen corner brims with history, centered on an apothecary cabinet with brass-pulled drawers. Antique scales, ceramic bowls, and baskets of produce fill its top. Whitewashed brick walls reflect the daylight, casting crisp shadows across cool stone flooring and aged wood. The atmosphere evokes rustic abundance and artisanal storytelling. On the veranda, rocking chairs painted in chalk white rest gently distressed. A quilt draped across one softens the scene, while a wooden crate holds wildflowers nearby. Wide planked floors stretch toward open countryside, framed by ivy-wrapped columns. Simplicity and farmhouse charm merge seamlessly in this elegant outdoor composition. The study reveals oak bookshelves filled with weathered spines arranged with care. A desk sits near a paned window, holding brass oil lamps and ink bottles. Linen curtains diffuse light, warming a wool rug beneath. Every surface glows with subtle texture, capturing timeless atmosphere of heritage and refinement. A barn-inspired living space rises with vaulted ceilings of reclaimed beams, where vintage lanterns hang dramatically. A linen sectional wraps around a coffee table fashioned from an antique door. Arched windows flood daylight across stone fireplace and leather accents, creating grandeur softened by warmth and rustic farmhouse elegance. Thank you for watching this journey through charming farmhouse details and vintage-inspired finds. If you enjoyed the cozy elegance and cinematic storytelling, please like this video, subscribe for more golden farmhouse tales, and share your favorite moment in the comments. Your support keeps the farmhouse spirit alive here.